Hey Minecraft fans! Today we're diving deep into the epic 2025 Minecraft movie that broke the box office and stole our pixelated hearts. Let's go! So what exactly is the 2025 Minecraft movie? The movie is titled Minecraft: Realms Reborn, and it's the first official live-action/CG hybrid film based on Mojang's legendary game, released by Warner Brothers Pictures in April 2025. This action-adventure fantasy is directed by Jared Hess, known for Napoleon Dynamite. The story follows Steve and Alex, two iconic Minecraft characters, on a mission to stop the Ender Dragon from breaking into the real world through corrupted code. Yeah, it's Inception meets Minecraft, the world they explore. It's built using some of the top Minecraft maps of all time: Skyblock Overdrive, the Ender Realms, Caves of Legacy, the Nether Exodus. This isn't just a fan film. This is big budget, big screen, and big-hearted. Now let's talk about the people who brought the pixels to life. Steve, played by Jason Momoa, yes, Aquaman himself. Alex, played by Daphne Keane, Logan, his Dark Materials. Villager number 87, Comic Relief, voiced by Jack Black. The Ender Dragon voiced by Cate Blanchett, in a chilling, powerful performance. The Builder, a mysterious AI character, played by Finn Wolfhard, Stranger Things. The Griefer King, played by Pedro Pascal. Jason Momoa earned around $10 million for the role of Steve, while Daphne Keane reportedly made $2.5 million. Cate Blanchett earned $6 million, and Jack Black took $1 million just for voice acting. And believe us, worth every penny. The toy world exploded after the movie's release. Some of the top-selling Minecraft toys include Movie Edition Steve and Alex figures, Ender Dragon Light-Up Statue, Griefer King's Redstone Gauntlet Replica, Skyblock Realms Lego Set. Even non-Minecraft fans got caught up in the merch madness. So how did this star-studded cast end up in a blocky universe? Jason Momoa's kids are huge Minecraft fans. In fact, they convinced him to take the role of Steve, calling it the role of the generation. Daphne Keane was cast after her audition video, shot entirely on Minecraft servers, went viral on TikTok. Jack Black, he just loves chaos. He created the voice of Villager number 87 on a whim in a YouTube vlog, and Mojang immediately reached out. Now let's get serious for a moment. Alex's character arc in the movie is deeply emotional. She loses her brother, Benji, to the corruption in the code, echoing the way many Minecraft players have lost real-world friends who stopped playing, moved away, or worse. The film doesn't shy away from these bittersweet truths. There's even a tribute scene in the credits to Technoblade, the late Minecraft legend. It brought audiences to tears worldwide. The movie reminds us, Minecraft isn't just a game. It's a world we build together. And sometimes those worlds are the only places we feel truly seen. Now let's talk numbers. Production budget, $145 million. Worldwide box office, over $1.3 billion. Yes, billion. Became the highest grossing video game movie of all time, passing Super Mario Bros. And Detective Pikachu. Critics praised it for balancing humor, action, nostalgia, and innovation. So without further ado, let's move on to the full story of this movie. When the movie starts, we are shown the main character of this story, Steve. Steve is someone who really loves mining in the mines. But since he was a child, he never got the chance to do that. The people living in the mines always push him away. Because of that, Steve gives up on his dreams and, from a young age, ends up doing things he does not like. Then, as time passes, Steve grows up and by now is working a job at a company. However, Steve does this job without much interest. His only passion is to dig in the mines and find something special. One day he decides to quit this job and go work in the mines. After that, Steve goes to work in the mines. This time, thinking he can somehow sneak into the mines, he pushes past the mine security guard and enters the mine. Then he starts mining. While mining this way, he finds inside the mine a blue crystal cube along with a covering connected to it. After that, Steve, without much thought, joins the two together. At the same time, a doorway opens from inside the mine leading to Overworld. So, after seeing this doorway, Steve enters it. After entering, Steve can see a world in a different dimension. If you ask how beautiful this world is, Steve even forgets the earth where he lived. He has everything needed to live in this world. He can change blocks in this world however he wants and create new things. After some time, Steve decides to build a house for himself. Even though Steve has everything he needs in this world, he still doesn't have a good friend. After a few days, Steve meets a good friend called Dennis. As days pass like this, inside this world Steve finds another doorway. This doorway is not yet complete. Steve adds blocks to complete the doorway. But unexpectedly, Dennis suddenly runs through this doorway to the other side. Then Steve follows Dennis through this doorway. After going through, Steve sees this world is not like the world he was from, but a very dark world. Steve sees that this world is ruled by a special group alone. Their leader is Malgosia. At that time, Malgosia captures and imprisons both Steve and Dennis. He also takes the crystal cube Steve had with him. Now Malgosia wants to use this crystal cube to escape from this world and to bring those other worlds under his control, to steal the treasures that exist in those worlds. So while Malgosia is planning these things, Steve, through Dennis, steals the key to the prison. Cell from a guard opens the prison door and escapes from there. After that, Steve takes the crystal cube and gives it to Dennis, telling him to take it and hide it in Steve's world, in his home. Steve gives Dennis some time to escape from there. At the same time, Malgosia gets really angry and sends his special urine team to catch Dennis. Somehow, but Dennis cannot be caught. As Steve said, Dennis goes through the doorway to Earth and hides the crystal cube in Steve's house. Then the story shows us events that happen several years later. Steve is living in a town as a garbage man. He has won a world championship for playing games. However, at this time, he is working as a person running a small game cafe. Steve, the garbage man, has many money problems. While thinking about this, he gets a call from a friend saying that they are selling a lot of goods at a public auction. The house has an old game console. When Steve hears this news, he goes to the public auction. Then he tells his friend to somehow give him the goods at a cheaper price. But the friend ends up giving him the goods for a higher price. Finally, after paying money for these goods, the garbage man checks the goods to see if the game console he needs is there. But the game console he needs is not there. Instead, what is there is the crystal cube that Dennis hid in Steve's house. So the garbage man sees this crystal cube, but he doesn't care much about it. Anyway, since Steve disappeared from this world and quite a long time has passed, he had left his household goods in the auction. He had even put his house up for sale. At that time, the story shows us two siblings who come here hoping to buy this house. Their names are Natalie and Henry. After a short while, they come to the place where Steve's house is. A woman is there to welcome them. This woman is Natalie. She gives Henry and Natalie the key to Steve's house and then leaves. The next morning, Henry leaves to go to school. While going to school, he passes by the garbage man's gaming cafe. Then Henry goes inside to see what is there. Later, the garbage man, who was inside the cafe, gets delayed going to school because of the darkness, so Henry returns to school. Then we are shown Henry arriving at school and meeting the school principal. The principal explains how things happen at school and sends him to class. When Henry comes to class, the first thing he has is the art period. Henry was someone who liked drawing, but he liked science the most. Henry thinks that someday he wants to be a scientist who builds rockets. When he tells his new friends around him about this, they tease Henry and say, "If you can build a rocket and send it up to show us, then we will believe what you say." After that, Henry tells the teacher about this and gets permission. Using a skeleton frame that can carry a person, he starts building a rocket. At that time, a boy in Henry's class who challenges this project secretly cuts a wire on Henry's rocket. Because of that, when the rocket operates, Henry is unable to control it. The rocket crashes onto the roof of a company that makes potato chips near the school. The large sack of potatoes that was on the company's roof breaks and falls to the ground. Because of this, Henry has to go to the principal. The principal says he needs to talk to Henry's parents. Since Henry cannot tell his sister about this incident, he now asks the garbage man from the game cafe, who is like his uncle, to come. Henry promises to pay the garbage man for this. After that, the garbage man meets the principal and solves this problem. Then both of them go to the garbage man's game cafe. At that time, Henry sees the crystal cube. Henry asks what it is. The garbage man says, "I got this from an auction yesterday. I don't know what it does." While the garbage man says this, Henry takes two crystal cubes and connects them together. At the same time, we are shown Henry's sister. Since Henry still hasn't come back from school, she becomes worried and starts looking for him. At that moment, a woman named Dawn, who was left in charge of the house by Natalie, arrives and says, "Henry caused a commotion at school by launching a rocket, and then someone came and took him from school." Natalie becomes very worried. Then Dawn takes Natalie's phone and turns on the GPS to find out where Henry is now. Because the two crystal cubes have been connected, the power generated from them causes Henry, while climbing the old mine that has a doorway to the parallel world, to enter that place. Steve's protector Dennis watches carefully and follows them. After a while, Don and Natalie arrive at this place. So now, these four people who were inside the mine, together with the crystal cube, enter the parallel world through the doorway. After that, even these people find it hard to understand what exactly happened. At that time, Malgosia learns that the crystal cube has returned inside the parallel world. To put all of Malgosia's plans into action, he needs the crystal cube. Therefore, he tells Steve, who has been imprisoned for so long, to find the crystal cube and bring it to him. If Steve does so, he promises to free Steve along with his protector with no other choice. Steve goes to find the crystal cube. Although there is no trouble during the daytime in the parallel world, at night zombie bodies roam all over this world. After some time at night, the zombies come to the place where Henry and his group are staying. They attack them. While Henry and his group try to escape from these zombies, Henry realizes that the block's in. This world can be changed to create different things. So Henry uses these things to build a house to protect themselves from the zombies. But at that time, Henry loses control of the crystal cube. By then, the garbage man cannot reach Henry's house. Then the garbage man tries to save Henry from the zombies, carrying the crystal cube. But a beam hits the cube's shield, breaking its protective cover. Because of that, they are no longer able to open the door using the crystal cube and go to their world. After a while, Henry manages to rescue the garbage man from the zombies and bring him inside the house he built. However, they cannot stay in this house for a long time because the zombie group starts breaking the walls and trying to get in. Luckily for Henry and the others, Steve arrives here. He fights and kills the zombies. At the same time, the dawn begins to break. When the sunlight comes, the zombies cannot stay away from the sunlight and run away. Here, Steve pretends that everything happens because of his power. Henry and the others become a little suspicious. Then Steve tells the group, "Now give me the crystal cube." At that moment, the garbage man says that a part of the crystal cube was destroyed, so now it is useless. After learning this, Steve says, "It's okay, give it to me. I can fix it." But at that time, Henry and the others don't agree, because they also want to fix the crystal cube somehow and go back to their world. So now this group comes to a consensus. They will fix the crystal cube, defeat Malgosia, and somehow return to their world. To fix the crystal cube, they must go to the woodland mansion in this world. Then this group goes to the place where Steve's house was for a long time in this world. They go to collect the materials needed to go to the woodland mansion. At that time, Henry asks Steve about this village, and Steve tells Henry about his village. The village is protected by a large iron guardian. After they return to the house, Steve prepares lava chicken for the garbage man. It's very hot, so after eating it, the garbage man says it's not a big deal for him. But after eating the lava chicken, his mouth burns. Then Steve takes them to the warehouse inside the house. Using the things in the warehouse, Henry creates an excellent weapon with his knowledge. Seeing that, Steve, who was there, is very surprised. At that time, Natalie and Don go to look for a map that would allow them to go to the woodland mansion. Meanwhile, Malgosia is very angry because Steve is still on the loose. So Malgosia sends his best mercenary team to capture Steve. Here, Malgosia also gives these people a magical potion to drink. After some time, this mercenary team arrives at Steve's village and begins to destroy everything. At that moment, Steve and his group split into two, hoping to meet at the Woodland Mansion and escape from the mercenaries. At that time, the group that climbed a large mountain nearby uses some equipment to build a jet and escape from there. They don't get much time to go free. Soon Malgosia's group chases them. Steve's group uses all their knowledge to somehow escape from there. Afterwards, while escaping from Malgosia's group and heading toward the Woodland Mansion, Henry asks Steve why the mercenaries are chasing them. Steve replies that Malgosia is the leader of the Dark World. She was very fond of dancing as a child. One day, she participated in a dance competition and was presented to the people living in the dance town. Everyone in that town laughed at her. Malgosia was very upset at that time. Her father told her that if he wanted to gain respect in the town, she had to take control of the people, and he says to start mining for gold. Since then, Malgosia became a very wicked person. Meanwhile, Steve's group is still splitting up and on the move. At that time, Steve, the garbage man, and Henry enter a mine. Natalie and Don are unable to find their group. Unexpectedly, Dennis arrives at the place where these people are. Natalie and Don become very scared because they don't know who Dennis is. Natalie says they should kill this creature immediately. Don says they shouldn't do that. He tries to befriend Dennis. Don gives Dennis some meat and becomes friendly with him. Then Don looks at Dennis's collar to see what is written. He sees that the collar has the name Dennis on it. At that moment, Don realizes that this is Steve's protector because Steve had told them about Dennis before. Then Don tells Dennis to take them quickly to where Steve is. Dennis leads them to find Steve's group. At this moment, the leader of the group chasing Steve, Malgosia, appears. He says they couldn't capture Steve. Malgosia becomes furious and destroys the person. Then Malgosia talks about a very powerful and huge pig. Now Malgosia tries to capture Steve by teaming up with that large pig. Now Steve's group arrives at the place where the Woodland Mansion is. They plan how to enter the Woodland Mansion and take the other part of the crystal cube. At this point, the three of them make a plan and enter the Woodland Mansion. Here, Steve tries to distract the guards of the Woodland Mansion with the garbage man. Meanwhile, Henry searches for the other part of the crystal cube inside the mansion. While trying to get it, Henry encounters the mansion's leader. But somehow, Henry escapes quickly and finds Steve. After a while, Henry is able to find both Steve and the garbage man. Then the three escape from the mansion. As they are running, they see Malgosia arriving with an army to capture them. Here, the three get caught by Malgosia. Malgosia takes the crystal cube and orders his army to destroy them. A big fight breaks out between the groups. Meanwhile, Henry hits a pig and they get onto a balloon that they brought. Steve is also able to ride the balloon, but the garbage man does not come with them. The garbage man fights Malgosia's group so that the others can escape after a while. During the fight, the bridge owned by the Woodland Mansion collapses due to the vibrations from an explosion. Because of this, Steve and Henry's balloon flies away from there. Afterwards, both fall to the ground at the same place. After a while, when they regain consciousness, both are inside a house. This house was built by Natalie and Dawn. They brought Steve and Henry there while they were unconscious. At the same time, when Steve regains consciousness, he meets his protector Dennis. Steve is very happy because he had thought all along that Malgosia was keeping Dennis captive. Then, everyone decides that somehow they must save this world from Malgosia. At that moment, Malgosia is using the crystal cube to open a portal. This will allow everyone in his world to come to the Overworld. At the same time, his army begins to enter this world. Now Malgosia's only goal is to take control of the Overworld and Earth, and to steal the rubies that exist in these worlds. Meanwhile, Steve's group is not idle either. Using the equipment they have, they create another army to fight Malgosia's army. After some time, a big battle begins between the two forces. During this battle, Steve goes searching for Malgosia. Then a fight breaks out between the two. Meanwhile, Henry goes to get the crystal cube. He plans to take it and close the portal that connects Malgosia's world with the Overworld. After a short time, Henry manages to use a weapon. He has to reach the place where the crystal cube is. When he tries to take it, one of Malgosia's soldiers attacks Henry with a weapon. At the same time, Henry falls down from where he was. At that moment, the garbage man arrives in a balloon, rescues Henry. The garbage man had not died during the battle on the bridge. He somehow escaped from there. After that, the three, Steve, Henry, and garbage man, go to the place where the crystal cube is. Then they take the crystal cube and close the portal Malgosia opened. At the same time, the mercenaries who came from Malgosia's world to the Overworld start getting destroyed. Meanwhile, the strong guard who were part of Steve's group strike and destroy Malgosia's big pig. At the same time, Malgosia's strength begins to diminish gradually. At that moment, Steve arrives and finishes Malgosia once and for all. Thus, after the group unites and saves the Overworld from Malgosia, they use the crystal cube to open a portal from the Overworld to their own world. Everyone then comes out of the Overworld. In the end, Steve says goodbye to Dennis, and Dennis also leaves the Overworld. Everyone lives normally again. Henry finally completes his biggest desire that had failed initially, finishing building the rocket. After that, Henry uses his knowledge to create a game based on the Overworld. It's something that everyone who comes to the Garbage Man's Cafe can play. That game is called Minecraft. This game becomes very popular among children. Also, Garbage Man's Cafe becomes very famous. And so, this amazing movie comes to an end. So, will there be a Minecraft sequel? Short answer: yes. Minecraft Realms Reborn 2 is already in development with the same cast returning and new characters being added. Rumors say Millie Bobby Brown and Ryan Reynolds may join the sequel. It's set to explore the Far Lands, an iconic and terrifying part of Minecraft lore. Release is expected by late 2027. Why did this movie connect so deeply with people? Because it wasn't just a movie, it was a love letter to generations of players. From 6-year-olds building dirt huts to 30-year-olds who played since alpha, Minecraft is about imagination, survival, friendship, and loss. The film balanced those emotions with thrilling action and heartfelt moments. Whether you're a hardcore player or someone who just joined, the movie felt like home. So, what did you think of Minecraft Realms Reborn? Was Steve your favorite? Drop your favorite scene in the comments below. And don't forget, whether it's blocks or box office, this world is what we make it. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want more awesome breakdowns of your favorite movies. Until next time, keep mining, keep crafting, and stay legendary. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next upload. We love hearing from you, so leave a comment below and let us know what you thought or what you'd like to see next. And there's plenty more to explore. Check out our other videos right here on our YouTube channel, or do a search by typing Eat Me Vegetables on the YouTube search bar. Keep the good times rolling.